you guys hit it out of the park on the first stab. So we had a few interviews lined up, but certainly once we had met with the person that we had gone with, it was pretty clear that we had a super qualified individual who has a bigger skill set than really, quite honestly, probably anyone we would have found locally. And so it was quicker and the talent level was higher than what I think we were expecting.
What the experience has been once you signed with VOOV and decided to pull the trigger on a virtual marketing director?
Yeah, so we weren't sure how things were going to work out with someone being remote, but our experience has been that both of our team members have been on the ball, super responsive. I would say the fact that they're in a very similar time zone certainly makes a huge difference, but there is no lags, there's no delays at all, and we couldn't be happier with the team that we've assembled.
Excellent to hear. We love hearing that kind of thing. What would you say is the biggest draw for you? What has been the biggest win from bringing on a virtual marketing director?
I'd say that actually the separation and some fresh eyes, looking at it from a different perspective, has really enabled us to kind of see some of the flaws with what we were doing and see some opportunities on how we can improve. Our marketing director in general had a background in real estate, and so he brought with him some ideas on things that had worked in the past. He's got a real analytical sense. So he looks at data, looks at trends, and tries to see how we can integrate that into what we're doing. He's not about reinventing the wheel, but small little tweaks to kind of get us where we need to go.
And let's talk about the ramp-ups. How did you feel the integration of him into your team was? Did you have any apprehensions there? And what was the end result?
So there are tons of apprehensions. I mean, from a timing standpoint, we're doing this in the busiest listing season of the year, but the ramp-up period itself was way quicker and more seamless than we thought it would be. Our marketing director, like I said, came with some experience, and so we didn't have to start from scratch, and pretty quickly came with some ideas on things that we could do and how he could integrate his past experience and make that transition a lot easier. So yeah, we were certainly a little concerned with both how long it would take and then the timing of when it was happening, but both of which proved to be, not nearly as significant as we thought.
That's awesome. So you talked about some of the integration factors. Let's talk a little bit about what's the communication been like and what's it been like interacting and on just the straight interpersonal level between yourself, your team, and any inbounds that you have with that marketing person versus your domestic team. How has that been? And, how has that integration process looked on your end?
They're fully integrated. They interact with our clients. They interact with, obviously, our team, our colleagues. There's no behind the shield or, mystery to our team. They're front and center, and we feel super confident with them communicating, like I said, with our colleagues, with our clients. In terms of communication internally, it's every channel you can think of. It's through email, through text, utilize WhatsApp if we need to get on a call directly. They've got a phone that we use as if they were in the States. It really doesn't impact us one bit. And so from a communication standpoint, they're great internally and both, with colleagues and clients.
Excellent. And stepping outside of the associate a little bit and going into the infrastructure, how would you say was that experience with the management team? How did that recruitment process look for you guys? And maybe what was your expectation going into a recruiting process for a virtual marketing director? And what was that end result looking like for you?
Our expectation was going to be that we were going to have to do multiple rounds of interviews. You guys hit it out of the park on the first stab. So we had a few interviews lined up, but certainly once we had met with the person that we had gone with, it was pretty clear that we had a super qualified individual who has a bigger skill set than really, quite honestly, probably anyone we would have found locally. And so it was quicker and the talent level was higher than what I think we were expecting.